big one.
Is moving boundaries,
We've built carts for every segment, for every requirement. It also includes for every budget, for smaller tracks, for medium tracks, for large tracks, for multi-level tracks, and electric carts. It feels individual, sort of individualistic and special. One of the most popular ones has been the Genesis SXX2. No, the smallest cart is the code. Genesis is the diligence, a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, a lot of systems need to be in place. I would urge kids to actually learn about their carts, not basic backgrounds, poor backgrounds, and they've worked themselves up, worked in the pits, opened their carts themselves, serviced their carts themselves. That's what makes a big difference. Thank you to all our customers from the past and present and into the future.
Good job. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, I mean, we've been looking at him and him as an individual, how he's so involved into like every tiny detail of, the business. Like even in terms of marketing and production, he'll tell me like, okay, once you shoot it, you show me the angle. I want to see the angle. I'm going to tell you what frames are okay to use.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but we want to do it. That's part and parcel of just being, it is
design, whether it's production. I mean, I barely get time with him during the weekdays, so it's a given that we only talk at night or something like that. But that's how busy he is, and that's how involved he is in his business.
Yeah.
I think it's there's a lot of passion. There's just a lot of involvement. I love Monday mornings. I'm sorry, but yeah, I love coming to work on a Monday morning, and it's a full day's work every day. I look forward to the weekends, of course. I mean, it's always the weekends always great, but work is so much happening. There's so much going on. There's so many things to look into and stuff. So I'm totally involved.
And
I'm just
it's an
bubbling over
amazing
with.
team also, of course. I mean, they're also such nice people, very grounded, very down to earth. And
yeah, you've worked with them. You've
they're,
done a lot
they're
of
all
stuff
like
with them.
Incredible.
They're good people.
Genuine
They're
people.
good, well-planted, grounded people.
It does feel like coming home to a family.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Yeah, so that's the thing about the workforce over here. There's a certain work culture that we have, and the kind of, I behave with them in a certain way. I have an independent, individual relationship with each one of them, and so I think that's very important. Of course, it's obvious. But one thing I must mention over here, we've had lots and lots of different, types of workforce coming in, going over the years. But the ones who can't fit in, they just leave on their own. The ones who can't fit into this honest, pure work, in environment, no nonsense, no politics, no nothing. Just come in and work. Just do. That's the kind of environment we have. We built that up over the years over here. And I think the ones who just have agendas and stuff like that, they don't. They don't survive. They don't survive. They leave. Which is, it's a good thing. No complaints.
Yeah. But that automatically happens, the good ones will always end up staying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of workforce, these are men and women who come from the village, so especially I want us to give special attention to the women here. These are women who wake up early, who are cooking for their families, who are doing their regular domestic work. And out there, it's a woman, she's all woman doing her stuff. But then she comes to the factory and there's this complete other side to her, and that's a more beautiful side to her. She's in her bangles, she's in her sindoor, she's in her ethnic attire, with safety of course, but there she's welding, there she's getting her hands dirty. There is no differentiation between a man and a woman in the factory. Everyone's doing all kinds of work, and that had me extremely excited. I was extremely happy for the culture this factory or this organization is running. You see this in big organizations, right? There is diversity. You're pushing for diversity. You're pushing for equality, equity. These are some of the common words that we see in big organizations. But something like KnK, which is smaller compared to the big guys that we have, it is so natural to see men and women doing the same kind of work, and it's even more beautiful to see women in their complete beauty
Yeah.
getting their hands there.
Yeah, so when you talk about gender equality, being gender neutral, I think the more important jobs in KnK are done by women. You know, we have the in the accounts department, in the inventory department, below the inventory department, the ones who are working under the main people, marketing and sales and marketing. We have welders, we have lathe operators, we have milling machine operators. These are all women. So and that's one of the beautiful things about this work environment that we have, and they love it. I think the women just they are very appreciative of the fact that they get a chance to come in and just be themselves and show their true power, in this place.
Starting to weld something or
And you and I are women, right?
Yeah.
We see how everybody wants to ensure that women get equal rights.
Yeah.
Women talk about equal rights, but in reality, you
Yeah.
don't really see a lot of that happening. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of push that has to be given in order for something like that to happen.
Yeah, I
But
mean, women have to
out
always
here-
keep fighting for
Yeah.
their place.
Yeah. But out here it seems to be very natural, and that's what had me extremely excited. That's what was extremely beautiful about KnK.
Wow,
Good job. Yeah.
Okay, so what impact do you think KnK Karts has made on the karting industry in India?
Big one.
I mean, of course.
Well,
Break it down. For us.
well, not just India, of course, even across wherever we've exported in our global markets. Like I mentioned earlier, we've built carts for every segment, for every requirement. It also includes for every budget, right? So we've done. There are very small tracks. There's no point in having a big, powerful, extra strong, top end cart at a small track, running at a small track. It's overkill. So we build carts for smaller tracks, for medium tracks, for large tracks, for multi-level tracks, and electric carts. So I think just the fact that we have a model of cart available for every type of karting activity or every budget or every segment of the market, I think that helps the buyer make his choice more easily. Otherwise, it becomes for certain buyers it's expensive, right? A karting business, a go-karting track can be expensive. So I think that's an important part of catering to every segment.
And
Yeah.
I guess the most important one is also making carts available in India and making karting an affordable
Sport.
and an accessible
Accessible,
sport
yeah.
and an activity.
Yeah.
That is something that KnK has contributed towards in a big way, and that has been a big impact in India, in some of the African countries as well. I'm
Yeah,
guessing because we have a lot of them that import carts from us from Africa,
Okay.
and of course the price has a big role to play. The quality has a big role to play, and that is where KnK is moving boundaries, out
No,
here.
it's just that we are very flexible. If there is a requirement, somebody wants something to be done, we even tailor make carts. We even customize carts. So that's the main thing. We're flexible. We want to cater to everybody who has a certain specific
Yeah.
requirements.
And not just tracks, even coming to individuals, like we see parents gifting their kids
Yeah.
carts these
Yeah,
days.
That's
I
a
mean,
new trend these
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
like some significant names, like there's Naren
Yeah, Naren Kartikeyan
there's
is one of
Karan
them.
Chandok.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Deepak Chinnappa had got his daughter a cart. Taha Taha Hussain. So a lot of these fathers, parents, are buying karts for their kids. And then, of course, we're more than happy to and we customize them for
the
them.
kiddie carts.
The kiddie carts or whatever. The cadet carts, junior carts, hobby carts. They're all customized to these people so that, so that feels, individual, sort of individualistic and special,
Yeah, and developing a sport in them since, such
Absolutely.
an early age. Like, what
Yeah.
did our parents gift us? Like dolls,
Yeah.
doll houses and kitchen sets.
Which is good back then.
Yeah, back then, of course, there were no go-karts.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
have been changing.
But
of
it's so
late.
nice to see parents gifting, actually this in today's world.
Yeah.
So being
And
so
not,
good at
no,
such
it's
a good
not just
sport.
about driving these cars, it's also inculcates a mechanical putting together, using your hands, getting the kids off their mobile phones and their electronic devices and going outdoors and driving your car, playing with your car, fixing your car, lubricating the chain, doing and I get calls, from the fathers, I'd like you to, please guide us on what to do. And oftentimes I'm speaking to the kid. Oftentimes,
Okay.
let me get off the phone, give your little one the phone, and it's
Okay.
oftentimes I've spoken to them and explained to them because it's interesting, and then you see, you can sense there's so much excitement about being told what to do, and by the company, by somebody big at the company. So those sort of things are.
So that
It's
must
special. These
be
are all
such
nice
a
little
nice
things.
feeling to just know, you're building dreams, you're helping children achieve their dreams at such an early age. So, yeah. Okay. So, are there any particular KnK models that you think have had a significant impact to the brand's reputation?
I think every model meets a certain customer's criteria, like I mentioned earlier, based on budgets and markets and requirements and track requirements, specific track requirements and stuff like that, footfall requirements for the customer. We have different models. There are a whole range of models from, budget to all the way up to high-end electric cars. So they all have but I think one of the most popular ones has been the Genesis SXX2. That's been it was launched in 22 Jan of 22, and that's been a very, very popular kart. And we're going to be launching, in fact, it's interesting. We're going to be launching a brand new top end kart. So this at the moment is our top end kart,
Okay.
our most sought after and with the maximum specs and features. And there's going to be a new one now, which is going to be called the SXX5
Oh.
2025. Yeah. Let's ask Raashi a little question over here. You tell us, what are the different name at least 5 different KnK models, since you've been so involved with the brand lately.
This is easy.
5.
This I can do, yeah.
Okay.
So I know you have the Genesis series. I
Yes.
know there's the Genesis S8. I know there's the Genesis S22. I know there's the Genesis SXX2. I know the smallest Genesis is the Colt.
No, the smallest kart is the Colt. Genesis
okay.
is the adult one.
Okay.
Okay.
But I passed.
The Colt, the Colt's another model.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there's the electric series as well. There's EK2, there's MK2, which is the mall cart. Yeah.
Yes, very
So-
good. Very good. I think that's 5. Very good.
Yeah.
So you got the Genesis TS8, which is a more basic twin-seater kart, and the TS22, which is a more sophisticated kart.
Yeah.
Well done. Not bad. Good job.
So, as a leader and innovator in the industry, what advice would you have to young people who are interested in the field of karting or motorsport or setting up their own business?
Oh, wow, that's a so business as in karting business or any business?
Motorsport.
Well, for setting up any business, obviously, I mean, there's a lot of hard work that
Yeah.
goes into any business, a lot of diligence, a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, a lot of systems need to be in place, understand the government norms, understand what you're, expected to do, your registrations and certifications and stuff like that. So I think as far as any business is concerned, I would say this applies to any of them, right? But as far as karting goes, for young kids coming into karting, I think again you need to be diligent. You need to pursue it. If you show talent, the parents, of course, it's not just the kids, it's the parents and the kids. The kids can't do these things alone. The parents need to, be involved, see that talent, be willing to spend that money, because motorsport is an expensive sport.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. And if the kid shows talent and the kid, and if he's got willing parents, then he's lucky. But again, even if you're talented and if you have the money, is a lot of diligence, a lot of, you have to keep pursuing it. You got to keep trying. You got to keep practicing. You got to work very, very hard. Eat well, exercise. Be fit. All of these things. Yeah.
Consistency.
Absolutely, consistency. So these are things that you need to be, because karting, if you're going to be racing, it's like being a sports person, right? So it's important to to do all of these things and do it consistently. Keep practicing, and learn also, not just the driving part of it and driving skills. I would urge kids to actually learn about their karts, not just rely on the mechanic, come into the pits and stop and, give your car to your mechanic or to your dad and, get him to do whatever has to be done on the car. Get involved yourself. All the big names, all your big brands, all your big, Schumachers and Verstappens and Hamiltons and all that. These guys have come through right from, from very basic backgrounds, poor backgrounds, and they've worked themselves up.
Yeah.
And these kids have all actually, helped their dads, worked in the pits, opened their carts themselves, serviced their carts themselves. That's what makes a big difference. So yeah, that's what is
true.
very important. The kids to understand that they need to get involved, get a little bit of elbow grease, get their fingers dirty, understand what a kart works like, the setting up of a kart, the dynamics of a kart, the mechanical parts of it, setting up, understanding what setup does. It's so beautiful, so interesting, So yeah, I would ask kids to do that.
We should probably do a couple of workshops or,
We should actually, yes.
Yeah.
So there are people who are doing this. There's plenty of people who do this. They do training workshops and stuff, but most of them are doing workshops pertaining to or focusing mainly on driving skills.
Okay.
Not the technical part. And we'd be happy to tie up with somebody who's interested, in sending their whole school of kids to us, or we can do something on site just to get people more, improve their knowledge on the mechanicals of a kart, how a clutch works, how brakes work, how the hydraulics work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Toe in and toe out and wheel alignments and ride heights and tire pressures, wheel tracks. All of these things are so important to the handling of the kart. So yeah, guys, whoever watching this, we are here. We'd love to extend whatever technical knowledge and know-how we have. We'd love to extend it just to improve the breed and make karting, a better, more informed breed of people, karters. Yeah.
Okay. So on this special occasion of 25 years, is there something that you would like to say to all the people that have been there with us throughout this journey? The clients, the vendors, the people who've supported us?
Yeah, definitely, Raashi. Yeah. I would definitely like to I'd reach out to all of you guys and thank you all our customers for, supporting us and being consistent with your cart requirements and keeping us in business, believing in us, always in touch with us and asking us what's new. We want the latest. It gives us such a good shot in the arm when we hear that. So that's one of the things that I must say thank you to all our customers from the past and, present and into the future. We got lots of customers in the pipelines and stuff like that. Manufacturing carts wouldn't have been, possible. Our quality and the stuff that we do wouldn't have been possible without our team of, KnK, our entire staff here in-house, as well as our team outside of KnK, our vendors and people. They've supported us also through all the years. I mean, karting has always started off with small numbers. We've always been, small numbers, small batch orders, and all of these vendors have supported us and believed in us. And of course, we'll make for you.
Yeah.
And so from those times to today, they've been with us the whole time, and we're very, very appreciative of all of them. Our team has been great. The team's growing every day. We've got new staff coming in, new sectors being handled, because business is growing and we have new customers and stuff. So it's just been a constant, evolution. And so I thank everybody involved with KnK. A big thank you to all of you.
Yeah. Okay. So finally,
Finally, we're ending.
I know.
I've enjoyed
I
this too
don't want
much.
to either.
All good things
Yeah.
must come to an
Oh.
Yeah. No, but we're coming to that. So the next question was just about what's next for KnK Karts. Are there any exciting plans that we should know about?
Lots and lots, but I'm not going to disclose too many of them. Obviously, there are going to be lots of new karts coming out, new models, exciting stuff. We got some fantastic new rental karts coming out based on, popular demand. Our customers have reached out to us. We'd like you to reintroduce this kart. We'd like you to add this to the kart. So features and stuff. So there's going to be a new array of models coming out. Next year, you're going to see a lot of new things, new projects, new, tracks. We've just started up a brand new track in Jaipur, a multi-level track. So that's very exciting. And similarly, there are going to be other tracks. We are coming up with some new track-related equipment and hardware and stuff like that. We already have the barriers and the lighting, and now we're doing overpasses and underpasses and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff coming out as well for tracks. There's going to be a lot of exciting things. With that, there are some expansion plans also, which I don't want to talk too much about, but there is going to be some major expansion things happening. So yes, lots of
And
stuff.
the exhibition, which
Oh,
we have
Yeah, the exhibition, of course, which we've now become, it's become an integral part of KnK.
Yeah.
Every year we're doing it with the IPI. That's very good. It's yielded us a lot of, good, inroads and businesses and stuff like that. It's the next one to look forward to. Yeah, so that's going to be something that's...
All right. It's been an amazing chat with you both and reflect on the whole journey that we've had so far. And
Thank you.
yeah, wishing KnK Karts many, 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 many more years of success and continued growth.
Thank you, Raashi.
Kudos
Thank you
to
so
that.
much. Thank you.
All right.
Here's to the next 25 milestones.